Well, hello there and good morning, kids. Today it's Thursday, May 14th. Um, like always, first things first, what's up? I hope you're doing great. I hope you're doing fine. Remember that every time that we work here with the videos and we have the live sessions, uh, I'm actually hoping that you're understanding the topics. If you don't understand the topics, you can always send me a message and I'll try to answer it right away. That's if we don't have live sessions on that day. If we have live sessions, I kindly ask you to get into the live sessions. Every Monday and every Wednesday, I always send you the link to the live session. There, we're going to have time to answer your doubts. There, I can explain personally to you and to your other classmates that are in the live session the doubts that you have, the activities, how to do them, what's the process, maybe if we're working with think tank, what you have to highlight if we're working with notes, stuff like that, okay? So the idea of this is that you're able to work without problems and that you're able to work by yourself. Remember, you're fifth graders. You're a few months of becoming a sixth grader, and that means I'm going to let you be more responsible of what you have to do and how you do things. And you have to be more responsible too. You're growing up a bit more, okay? So please, if you have doubts, join in, okay? Remember that if you have any kind of problems, you can always send me a message and I'll try to help you right away. Now, today you should be happy. Why? Because you're just a few minutes away from enjoying a long weekend. Because tomorrow, Friday, you don't have work. Yes, exactly. Tomorrow you don't have work. Tomorrow is Teacher's Day, which means we teachers are going to rest for a day. So tomorrow you don't have work. So you're just a few minutes away from resting Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I'll see you on Monday. That sounds great, right? Okay, now, so let's get down to business so you can do the work of today, then I can check it, and then we can both relax. Perfect. Let me share my screen with you, but first, I'm going to pass a list, and then I'm going to tell you the activities that we're gonna work today, okay? First, let's see, Sam, Santi, Romy, Regis, Danny, Fer, Johnny, Osvaldo, Steph, Hannah, Gael, Miguelita, Nata, Eileen, Rafa, Zoe, Cari, Sophie, Fiorella, Owen, Carlita, and Gerardo. Okay, my kids, I hope that all of you are watching the video. If not, then send me a message and we can see what we can do, okay? Remember that you need to send me the work of the day. It's not necessary that you send it on that day, but it is necessary that you do send the work of the day, okay? Remember, this is the only way I am grading you. If you don't send me the work, there's no way I can help you with your grades, okay? Now, for today, my kids, we're gonna be working with global citizenship and also STEAM. I suggest that you go and search for the material that I'm going to ask you. You're going to have a little experiment. This is material that you do have at home. Don't worry about it. I'm sure mom or dad has it somewhere, and it's not that difficult. So, global citizenship, we're going to be working with a reading, and then we're going to answer some activities according to the reading, and after that, we're going to answer like a little mini exam that comes there. It's to see if you understood all the information of the Western Hemisphere. Okay? Remember that we are working with the Western Hemisphere. And we have to see if you're able to understand all the information about the trading, about the economy, the free market, all this stuff that we have been seeing, okay? Exportation, importation. That's what we're going to be working. The pages are going to be page 117 to page 119. Again, global citizenship, page 117 to page 119. Then, first theme, we're going to be working with only 2 pages. We're going to be doing an experiment, a short experiment, not like the big ones like we do at school. This one is a short one so we can understand a little bit about stars and why they shine and how their shining changes. Okay, if you look at the sky at night, sometimes you can see the stars really, really bright. Sometimes you can't. Why? You haven't wondered why? Well, then you're gonna learn why today. Okay, so the materials that we're gonna need, I need you to find a meter, you know, those big rulers. And if you don't have those big rulers that are a meter long, maybe mom has somewhere this this ruler that is all rolled up, and they use it for sewing the clothes. Okay, you need that, one of those. Or maybe that has one of those that are metal ones that you have in a little ball here, and you just pull them. That is like for construction and all that stuff. Maybe dad has one of those. Maybe mom has one of the ones of sewing. Maybe both of them have them, or you have one of those big rulers, okay? Or something tall enough that it's 1 meter tall, okay? Why? Because we're gonna need it. We're gonna use it for measuring. Also, you need a lamp, okay? You need a lamp, you need a meter, and you need uh, paper. Paper and I suggest a marker, a black marker, okay? Because we're gonna be using that. So please, right now, I suggest that you pause the video, you go and tell mom or dad, hey mom, hey dad, I need this for this activity. It's a small experiment that we're gonna do. Again, I repeat the information to you about the materials that you need. You're gonna be needing a meter, okay, a ruler that it's a meter long. Some of you have them at home, maybe. If not, maybe mom has one of those that are rolled up, that are used for sewing the clothes, that is a meter too. Okay, it is used for measuring, for creating clothes and all that stuff. If not, maybe dad has one of those that are a meter, that are of metal, that you just pull from that they're also rolled up and they're used for construction. Maybe that has one of those, okay? So you need a meter, you need a flashlight, you need a flashlight, and you need paper and a black marker. White paper, please, white paper, and a marker, just one sheet of white paper. So meter, flashlight, white paper, and a black marker. That's all you're gonna need. So go ahead and ask mom or dad for the material because we're gonna use it. It is necessary because otherwise you're not gonna be able to do the activity of today. Good? Good. I'll wait for you a bit moment and then we come back. All right. If you already went for the material, then we can go down to business. Let me share my screen with you. Give me just 1 second. And we're starting with global citizenship, page 117 to page 119. We're going to be reading about Dan the dollar bill and his trading adventures. Here you have a little video where you can watch images about people using dollars to buy or trade things. I need you to read this completely. Pay extra attention to the details about the cities, about the things that are getting bought when they use Dan the dollar bill, okay? I need you to pay extra attention. For example, in here, he's going to travel. We know he's going to travel the Western Hemisphere. He's going to start in Costa Rica, and he wants to go to Mexico City. So he has to go through the USA, Canada. You have to pay attention to all the reading and what happens with then the dollar bill. Understood? It's just one page that you have to read. It's not more. Once you finish reading all this information, you have on page 118 the activity. The first part is asking you, complete the sequence chart to show Dan the dollar bill's journey through the Western Hemisphere. Like I told you before, he starts in Costa Rica. Where does he go next? Then we know he goes to the United States. Then we have two blank spaces, and finally he arrives to Mexico. You need to read it to get the information. After that, it is asking you in the next exercise. Draw pictures of 3 items that the dollar bill was used to buy. In what things they used then the dollar bill to buy? You have to draw them in here. Maybe they use then the dollar bill to buy a hamburger. Okay, you draw a hamburger. Maybe they use him to buy a map. Then draw a map. Maybe they use him to buy, I don't know, a bottle of water. Then you draw it. All the information is in the reading. It's not that you draw whatever you want. You have to draw what they tell you in the reading. Okay? Then we have this part that is asking you, sorry about the black thingy. Read each sentence, circle true or false. According to the information of the reading, we have these 6 sentences and you have to circle true or false. Let's read the 5 sentences. Dan traveled around the Eastern Hemisphere. Are we learning about the Eastern Hemisphere? Check it out. Dan was excited to see Mexico City. I would like to go back to Mexico City. Brazil bought coffee from Mexico. The US bought oil from Canada. And the last one, Dan saw how countries imported and exported goods. You have to circle true or false. After that, it says self-assessment. This story helped me understand how countries trade with each other. Circle your answer. If you were able to understand how countries trade with each other, then circle the thumb up. If you're not able to understand it after reading, then circle the thumb down. After you finish this, we go to page 119. This is like the little test that I told you. It's not a test, it's not an exam. It is called an assessment. An assessment is something that we have done all the other books before. It is for you to see if you understood all the topic that we have seen of trade in the Western Hemisphere. Here, you're gonna have to pay attention to all the things that you have learned. Example, the trading, the exportation, the importation, the free market, what is economy, what is traditional, what is command economy, what is a good, what is a service, okay? If you don't remember, you can go back to all the things that we have read before, okay? You can also check your global citizenship notes. There, you might have some answers. Let's see what they're asking you to answer. Number 1, why do countries in the Western Hemisphere trade with each other? Number 2, what is one example of interdependence between 2 countries? Again, what is one example of interdependence between 2 countries? Number 3, what are some things countries must think about when trading? Circle all the correct answers. That means it's not just one answer. It can be 2 or maybe the 3 of them. And you have here 3 options. A, what they will produce, make. B, who they will trade with. C, how they will produce goods to trade. You have to circle what they need to think about when they are trading. Then in here, number 4, It is asking you, match with a line the types of economies to their definition. What is common economy? What is free market economy? And what is traditional economy? You have, on the other side, business compete to get customers to buy their products. Then you have the government decides what is bought and sold and how much it costs. Then the last one, trade can be based on religious beliefs and traditions, often uses bartering. You have to match them. All this stuff, we have seen it in these past lessons, okay? These past classes that we have had of global citizenship. Last part of today of global citizenship, it is asking you, draw 3 examples of goods that countries in the Western Hemisphere export. Goods, remember goods, they're telling you things like coffee, like vegetables, like fruits, like maybe oil, stuff like that, okay? You have to draw them in here, 3 of them. 3 goods that countries in the Western Hemisphere export. Good? That's all the work of global citizenship for today. So let's move now to STEAM. Bright lights. For STEAM, we're gonna be working, like I told you, page 149, page 150. I need you to have the material right now. If you haven't gone for it, this is your last chance to go for it. Again, what do you need? A meter. Here you have the example of the meter. This is like the ruler, but like I told you, if you don't have the ruler of 1 meter long, maybe mom has one of those that are rolled up that are used for sewing clothes. Maybe dad has one of those that are metal that you just pull like this, that are used for construction or for measuring things when you're going to cut something, okay? Ask them to see if they have one of those. And if not, then use your imagination and find something that is 1 meter tall or more. Maybe a chair. Maybe the chair is taller than 1 meter and you can use it. You will need to measure with a ruler to see where the measures are that we need, but it's okay. So you need the meter, the flashlight, the white paper, and the marker. That's all you need. Obviously, your book too. Here it says bright light. Think about the question. When will the light from the star be the brightest on the paper? What are we going to do? You're going to grab your piece of white paper, and then you're going to grab the marker. You're going to grab your black marker, and in the middle of the paper, you're going to draw a dot. Just draw a dot, a point in the middle of the white paper. Once you do that, you place it on the floor. Then you need the meter, you need someone to hold the meter for you. And then you're going to turn on the flashlight and you're going to start placing it on top of the white paper. Once you have it on top of the white paper, you're gonna be moving it up and down according to the height that I am going to tell you. You have the example in here. Here they ask you, when do you think that the light from the star is going to be the brightest on the paper? The flashlight is going to work like the star. Okay, it is supposed to be our star. The light that comes from the flashlight, it is supposed to be the star shine, okay? And the paper, it's going to be us, okay? So when it's closer to the poster, it's going to shine more. When it's far away from the poster, it's going to shine even more or less. We're going to check it. Instructions, directions that you need to follow. Like I said, place a piece of white poster, in this case white paper, on the floor. Draw a dot in the center of the white paper or poster Then stand the meter stick up on its end on the dot. You have to place it on the dot. Well, not necessarily on the dot, because otherwise you're not gonna be able to move the flashlight properly. I suggest that you do it at the end of the paper. Okay, so if this is the paper, you're going to place the meter in here. Okay, this is your paper with a dot, the meter is going to be in here. Okay, then you're going to be using the flashlight. Let's suppose this is going to be, let me see what we could use. Okay, I'm going to use this. Let's suppose this is my flashlight. I'm going to place the flashlight like this over the paper where the dot is. And then I'm going to move it up or down according to the height that they tell me, but always on top of the dot. So the first thing they're asking you is measure 50 centimeters above the poster board. You have to move your flashlight to the height of 50 centimeters. And then you have to see how the light looks like. Okay? Then you have to try it once again, but you have to move it to 75 centimeters. They're telling you here on step 5. And then the last one, you have to do it at 1 meter tall. Why? What are you going to look like? You're going to see if there are differences on how the star shine looks like. What happened? Here, draw pictures of what the light looked like on the poster board when the flashlight was held at different distances over the poster board, in this case over the paper. How does the light look like when it was at 50 centimeters? Did it look big? Did it look strong, bright, or maybe not? What happened at 75 centimeters and what happened at 1 meter? Okay? Like I told you, it's a short experiment. Then we move to page 150. According to the information of the little experiment that we did, we need to answer the questions. How did the distance between the flashlight and the paper affect the brightness of the light shown on the paper? How did it affect? If it was closer, did it look brighter? If it was far away, did it look less brighter? Then, why do you think some stars appear brighter than other stars in the night sky? Why do you think that? Why do you think that when you go out at night, some stars look really, really bright and others not that bright? Distance? Maybe because they're not shining that strong? I don't know. It's up to you. I have already talked about this in class. I'm sure that if you remember a little bit, you're going to be like, Teacher Roy said that it was because of this, and that, and okay, I'll write it down. If you don't remember, it's fine. Just use your imagination to try to remember, to try to understand, to give us an answer, okay? Then, in here, this other part, we're not gonna do it, okay? Because they're asking you to have another flashlight and then turn it in, and it's too much stuff that you probably don't have at home. Or if you have it, you're gonna need mom and dad to be there more time and help you out with other stuff, so don't worry about it. In here, if you were standing on the dot looking up, which starlight would you see in the sky? In this case, imagine that you are the dot and you're looking up, and the flashlight, that is the star, is all the way up on you. Which star are you going to look the most? The one that is up on you, or the other ones that are far away? Which one is going to be the one that you right away look at? I don't know about you, but for example, when I go out at night, there in the backyard or in the patio, and I look up, sometimes right away, I look at the star and I'm like, ooh, look at that. That's the only star out tonight. And then I'm like, no, you already know that's not true. And if I start paying attention to the sky, to the night sky, I start seeing around that star the other stars. And then little by little, I start noticing all the other stars in the night sky. I don't know if it has happened to you, but to me, it happens all the time. So that's why they're asking you, are you going to see only that star? Or are you going to see the other stars too? Then last part, why do you only see light from the sun during the day and not the other stars? Why, when we are in the morning, in the afternoon, we can only see the sun and not the stars? Why? I have told you about that too. Remember, the sun is exactly a star. So what are we saying? Why are we talking about this experiment? When they are closer or when they are far, what happens with the light? And that's all the work of today. I'm gonna stop sharing the screen. Let's summarize the work of today. Today we work with global citizenship, and we work with the story of Dan the Dollar Bill and how he did a trip around the Western Hemisphere because he wanted to go from Costa Rica to Mexico City. You have to answer the activity according to the story, and then you have to answer an assessment to see if you understood all the information we have seen about trading in the Western Hemisphere. Then we move to think tank. I'm sorry, to STEAM. Ooh, to STEAM. And we work with a little experiment about star shines, stars and their light, okay? The experiment, it was done with a flashlight, a piece of paper, a meter, and a marker. You have to draw the dot in the center of the paper. You have to place it on the floor. You have to place the meter next to it. You have to turn on the flashlight, and you have to place it 50 centimeters above the paper. Then 75, then 1 meter. And you have to draw how the light looks like at 50, at 75, and at 1 meter. Give me 1 second. Sorry. And then we have to answer some questions about why the stars look so bright and others not. Why the sun is the only one that we can see in the morning or in the afternoon and not the stars, if we already know that they are out there all the time. You have to answer those activities from page 149 and page 150, and that's it. That's all for today. So if you have doubts, send me a message. Today we don't have live session, but send me a message and I'll try to help you out, okay? That's all for today, kids. Tomorrow, new work. So see you on Monday. Have an amazing long weekend. Enjoy it, rest, relax, and I'll see you on Monday. Love you all. Take care. Bye-bye.